Muthu, Nora and Osman agreed to share the cost of a present for their friends. And Muthu agreed to pay 35% of the cost. Nora agreed to pay 20% of the remaining. Okay, so the remaining is, after Muthu agreed to pay 35%, we are left with 65%, right? So it is 20% of the 65%, not 20% of the overall. Muthu paid 35% of the overall. Nora paid 20% of the 65%. Now, they said that the rest of the amount would be paid by Osman, which means that Osman paid 80% of the remaining as well. Okay, so take note that it is not 80% of the overall cost. They said, however, when they went to buy the present, the price of the item had increased by 35%. And as a result of that, Muthu paid $94.50 for his share. Now, let me stop you right there. They said that, however, when they went to buy the present, the price of the item increased by 35%. Even though the price of the item increased, each of them still paid the same percentage. The percentage paid by each person is the same. Okay, just that the price is different. So do not get confused. Do not get confused by this statement. Alright. Now they said, what was the original price of the present? How much did Osman pay in the end? I'm going to draw a model to illustrate the payment by each of the person. Okay, so let's just go ahead and draw one long bar. Okay, so this entire thing is 100%. Muthu agreed to pay 35% of the cost, so maybe this is about 35%. Okay, so this will be by Muthu. So Muthu paid 35% of the cost. Now, they said that, sorry, this is the remainder. The remainder is split into two portions. One portion is by Nora, who agreed to pay 20% of the remaining cost, and the other portion will be paid by Osman, which is 80% of the remaining amount. Now, I want to find the percentage of the entire present paid by Nora. In order to do that, I have to do this. 20% of the remaining, right? So it's of 65%. Okay, so I'm going to use a calculator to check it out. Okay, never mind. I think I know. 65 divided by 5, this is the 13%. This is actually by Nora. So Nora paid 13%. Okay, if you just throw this into the calculator, you'll be able to figure it out. I mean, you'll be able to get the answer, 13%. So over here, I can put here will be by Nora. Nora is 13%. So if Muthu paid 35%, Nora paid 13%, we can figure out that Osman will probably be 100% minus 35% minus 13%, and this will give us 100% minus 48%, and this will give us 52%. So Osman paid 52%. So this entire thing will be 52% by Osman. Okay. Now, they said that Muthu paid $94.50 for his share, which means that this Muthu guy, right, 35% of the cost of the price after it has increased by 35%, Muthu paid $94.50. $94.50. So this tells us that 35% of the cost of the item is $94.50. Now we can answer the first question. The first question, part A. So remember, always going to label. Part A now, what was the original price of the present? I'm going to find out 100% first. And 100% is actually the price of the item after it had increased by 35%. So this 100% will be $94.50 divided by 35 multiplied by 100. Okay, so I'm going to use my calculator. So you can throw this figure into your calculator. Maybe you can get the answer faster than me. $94.50 divided by 35 multiplied by 100. That will give us the cost of $270. Now this $270 is the price of the item after it had increased by 35%. So I'm going to draw another model. Okay, so after it had increased by 35%, right? Okay, sorry. This is the new price. This is the old price. The new price right now is $270, and this is 135%. The old price is 100%. And now we have to figure out what is this 100%. In order to do this, we can put 135% now is $270. And then I want to find 100%, so I take 270 divided by 135 multiplied by 100. Okay, so let's throw this in the calculator and you'll be able to get $200. This is the original price. Some student will wonder, why previously you put 100%, then this one is 270. This one is 135% and it's still 270. Why? It's because you realize we're using different models. We're using this model to do this. And now we're using another model to do this. That's why we can put the same amount but different percentage. So if you're a parent watching this video, make sure that you draw two models in order to show them. If not, your kid will be super confused. Okay? So now for part A, we're done. This is our answer for part A. This is the original price. Now they said how much did Osman pay in the end. If we say in the end, right, means that we are now using the new price, which is the $270. This is the new price after it had increased by 35%. And we know that Osman paid how much? Osman paid 52%, right? Now we have already figured it out. So this means that since Osman paid 52%, we can just take 52% multiplied by the new price, which is $270, and throw this in the calculator. Now let's see what do we get from here. 52% multiplied by 270, and that will give us $140.40. Wow, that is a lot of money to pay for a present for one person at your age. Okay, so this is actually how you're supposed to do it. So for parents, if you realize that for a lot of percentage question, I'm still using a lot of models, this one will truly help them to visualize it. But more importantly, you must help them to understand the logic. Why do I spend so much time telling you all about the remaining amount? It is 20% of the remaining amount and not 20% of the overall. It's because there are some students who are not used to this type of phrasing. Since they're not used to this type of phrasing, right, they will just think that Mutu paid 35%, Nora paid 20%, then Osman paid the rest. It doesn't make sense. It will not make sense. You must tell them that it's 20% of what? 35% of what? Okay, the remaining is 80% of what? So you must definitely tell them this. If not, the answers will definitely be wrong. And then the price increase, go and use the model to describe to them the price increase. And then there is no harm in drawing multiple models to help you. In school, most likely or not, the teacher's just going to draw one model and combine them together. But under my teaching videos, I don't really like to do that. I prefer to use separate models to teach the kids. So, I mean, from my point of view, I think that it's going to be clearer for the kids. Alright, done.